Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Really exciting day yesterday. We had the opportunity to talk to one of the marketing folks for Hodl Token, and it was a great conversation. Really exciting in regards to some of the things that they're doing. Yeah, continue to check them out. Continue to check out their Telegram um, group. I'll put the group in the description below, so feel free to stop by and ask those guys some questions. But it was a really, really, really great conversation yesterday. We had it twice. That's how great it was. All right. So, before we begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as we look to continue to give you some great technical reviews to allow you to really navigate through the technicals and really figure out how to better position yourself. Again, so this is not financial advice. This is taking you on my journey in regards to what I'm doing, how I'm investing in Hodl Token and the power of this token, and so the benefits of that it has for me. But you are responsible for yourself. You make your own determination of what you want to do. Just taking you through, see what I do, and so let's start. All right, so nothing's changed yet from the 12 hour. We're still in a downward trend, and so we really need to find our way up a bit above these SMAs, but we know it takes time. We know it goes to the lower time frames first, and then it gets to the 12 hours. So let's go down and see how we're doing in the 4 hours. All right, so when you look at the 4 hour, really interesting day yesterday. And so what we were able to see yesterday is while we were in the chat talking to the marketing person, he was letting the group know what's going on with the token, some of the things that they're working on, and how excited he was about it. And as he was talking, we're having it really started building confidence in the token and really set us off on a different trajectory. So for me, this is that moment where, like I said yesterday, we had to decide from this position, from this level, were we going to bounce off it or are we going to continue lower? And I tell you that really changed the sentiment and it really started lifting the price higher. And it continued to lift it higher. And as we're talking now, as we'll see, it's really chugging up above this SMA line under 4 hours. So that's a good sign. But for the 4 hours, we really need to focus on getting through this resistance level, which is right here. So we really need to close above this level to really start to kind of look at changing the trend in the 4 hours. But overall, I like the fact that we bounced off. We're still not out of the woods yet. We need to get to above this position and start trending up in the 4 hours for us to really feel good about changing the trend. So what we want to see is we want to see up above this, take off, come back and test it, and then take off. That's what we're looking for. And with all the excitement around the exchange, with all the excitement around all the things that they're doing, we are in the right position, right time to continue with this trend and continue upward. So really exciting to see what happened. As you know, the weekends tend to be a little bit on the downside. To see that we're starting the weekend moving our way up is a good sign that we're slowly starting to kind of change some of those past trends in which we had, especially around the weekends being light volume and price moving down. So yeah, let's continue on and see how high we could push this. But it does look like we've turned a corner. Now it's a matter of continuing to push this up. So really exciting stuff. We'll continue to watch that. We want to make sure that we don't have that fake out, but continue to grind up. And I really like what I'm seeing on the charts. Let's zoom into the 1 hour. Oh yeah, really good stuff. Look at this. Played around this resistance, area we came down. We were right here the other day at this, what was support last time, which is now acting like resistance this time, right? So this is where we were a few days the other day, right? And then we broke through and we tested this low. Now we came right back up and we're battling our way through this uh, resistance area. And so what we need to do is we need to close above that, test it, and then take off to the next resistance area. And we look like we were in a great trajectory to being able to do that. This is exactly what I told you we needed to do yesterday. Pop up, pull back, take off. And so now we hit this resistance again, right? So now we need to pop up over it, do a little pullback, and then take off. Or keep going straight. I could take that too. So I really like what I'm seeing on the 1 hour times, because normally I would see this nice action on the 30 minutes. So that means that we've made it through the 30 minutes. And now we're muscling our way through to get above this resistance area to really start impacting the 4 hours. We really want to get up here above this area right here to start to impact the 4 hours. We really want to see us get there. So we really want to see price ends up somewhere right there. That's what I'm looking for. So I want to see us pop up, come up here, test, and then we make our way up. Once we get through the 4 hours, I think it's a nice way up, because the last one we need to work on is the 12-hour. Once we change the trend in the 12-hour, that's a good thing, I tell you. The sky's the limits after that. We'll continue to grind up. So we just have to make sure that everyone holds on and buyers keep on continue to come in. The exchange comes, and then we really off to the moon. So really excited about that. Now let's look at the 30 minutes. Like I told you, the 30 minutes would be even better than the 1 hour. We came down, tested, popped back up, double bottom, which was really more, the real double bottom comes all the way from over here. Yeah, so this is when we bottomed out here, we came back and we tested it, and now we are looking like we're going to be off to the races. And so we really need to close above this, which we should, because right now when you think of all the things that are going on with this token, it's unbelievable why the price is still so low. I think a lot of folks are waiting to find out how long for the exchange, but just the fact that the exchange are around the corner, I would have expected this price, honestly, I wouldn't have expected to stay in the buy zone, I don't expect it to stay in the buy zone. And you remember, this area right here, we're buyers until we get out of it. And once we get out of it, we need to shift our strategy, change our strategy, and figure out and be more critical about where we come in. But right now, buying opportunities in regards to as we go through, because I tell you, it's more expensive to get in now than it was yesterday. And with all the momentum going, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Don't FOMO in, but once we break through this and we come back and test it, this is another confirmation for you that you might want to put a little bit something in, because if not, and it gets up here, it is way more expensive to get it here than it is there. So you have to think about that. I always say don't chase the market, but you really have to know where the market is, because if it doesn't look like it's going to come back to this point because of everything that's going on, you're only going to be buying higher. And so what you do is you look for these key support and resistance areas, right? This is resistance now. You don't want to buy on the flip side of resistance, right? You wait for it to push through, right? You don't sell either. You just wait for it to push through, wait for it to come back and test support, and then you go. We only buy, or I only buy at levels of support. This is a level that I bought at because it was support. This is a level that I bought at because it was support. And this is a level that I watch for it to break and then buy at support. That's what I want you guys to start thinking about. So we're in the buy zone. We are in the buy zone. The question is, where are the support areas that we want to buy? And as you look here, we are breaking above this. So once we close above, you could either say we broke this area and I feel good about getting in. To me, getting in here or waiting for it to come back and getting here is the same thing. You have confirmation that you are above the support area. So that means, I mean, the resistance area. So that means price is going to want to continue to grind up. And so knowing that, you could either wait for it to go up and come back and test, or you could look at this and say, let me scale in here, right, to see what happens, right? So you could wait for it to kind of clear this area right here and then say, you know what, come to think of it, wait till it clears this area for it to pull back a little bit, and then look to see an opportunity to get in. But depending on how aggressive you are, how much time you have to watch the charts, keep an eye on this area right here. Price tends to kind of want to consolidate around support areas. So if like it's been consolidating around this resistance or soon to be support area, so don't feel rushed. You will have opportunity to be able to get this, but at the same time, if you're not going to watch the chart, next time you watch it, it may be up. And so you have decisions to make. But for me, I made my decisions. I bought here, I bought here, and on the other account, I bought here, and then here we are here. So now what I'm looking for is I did save a little bit for when we got down here, and it doesn't look like we're going to get there. So now as we come up and test, I need to figure out what am I going to do with some of the remaining that I have in my other account, because when we get up here and eventually up out of our buy zone, right? So this is the area right here, right around here. That's the area that my strategy changes, right? So now if we're down here, what are the buying opportunities that I need to take advantage of? Because once it gets above this, it gets really expensive, right? But still, my strategy will change because we're not in the buy zone. So I would encourage you guys to pay attention to the charts this weekend. Look for those opportunities. But I could tell you right now, you see this, as long as we're hugging that line, we're grinding up. And so, yeah, keep an eye out for that. So this was a long video, but I really wanted to kind of get into some of the stuff so you guys could see. Oh, and next video, either later today, I will start to look at the areas that I think folks are going to start to take profit, so that you could adjust your strategy in terms of, you know, so there's a point where folks are going to look at their account and say, wow, I got in down here, I'm up, I want to take a little money off the table. I wouldn't do that. I don't do that but it's great for reward pools when they do, so that's okay. But we are going to hold on. I am going to hold on all the way through the exchanges, and I am going to hold on for as long as man, I'm a long-term investor, so I'm holding. But what I expect to happen is when you accumulate positions down here and you get up and the exchanges come, your BNB rewards are gonna be beautiful. And so that's what I'm doing. That's my plan. So again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is educational purposes only, not financial advice. So thank you for watching and have a good day.